Nucleus structure. The nucleus is a sphere that contains another sphere, are called nucleolus. Functions storage center of cells DNA and manage all cells functions. The nucleus is an organelle found in most eukaryotic cells, the exception being red blood cells. In animal cell. It is both the largest and the stiffest organelle and is easily identifiable by the light microscopy. The nucleus is composed of several substructures and highly dynamic intranuclear regions. At its periphery, the nucleus possesses a double lipid bilayer that serve to separate the nuclear contents from the cytoplasm. This membrane is continuous with the rough endoplasmic reticulum and just as is studied with ribosomes. Within the cell's nucleus, there's a very specific part called the nucleolus. The nucleolus is the largest structure in the nucleus of eukaryotic cells. It is based and known as the site of ribosomes biogenesis. The nucleolus is a region found within the cell's nucleus that is concerned with producing and assembling the cell's ribosomes. Cell wall structure. Rigid wall made up of cellulose, proteins, and carbohydrates. Function boundary around the plant cell outside of the cell's membrane that provide structure and support. Cell wall is defined as the non-living component covering the outmost layer of a cell. Its composition varies according to the organism and is permeable in nature. The cell will separate the interior contents of the cells from the exterior environment. It also provides shape, support, and protection to the cells and its organelles. However, this cellular component is present exclusively in eukaryotic plants, fungi, and few prokaryotic organisms. Cell structure. The cell wall is the outer covering of a cell's present adjacent to the cell membrane, which is also called the plasma membrane. The cell wall is present in all plant cells, fungi, bacteria, algae, and some archaea. An animal cell is irregular in their shape, and this is mainly due to the lack of cell wall in their cells. The composition of the cell wall usually vary along with organism. Cytoskeleton structure. A network of thin fibrous elements made up of microtubules, hollow tubes, and microfilament thread made out of actin. Function. Act as a support system for organelles, maintain cell shape. Cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is a structure that helps cell maintain their shape and internal organization, and it's also provide mechanical support that enables cells to carry out essential function like division and movement. There is no single cytoskeletal component, rather several different components work together to form the cytoskeleton. Endoplasmic reticulum structure. System of membranous tubules and sacs. Function. Intercellular highway, a path along which molecules move from one part of the cell to another. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membranes inside the cells through which proteins and other molecules move. Proteins are assembled at organelles called ribosomes. When proteins are destined to be part of the cell membrane or exported from the cell, the ribosomes assemble them attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, giving it a rough appearance. And here we have two types of endoplasmic reticulum: the rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum lacks ribosomes and helps synthesize and concentrate various substances needed by the cells. And the rough endoplasmic reticulum has on its ribosomes, which are small, round organelles whose function it is to make those proteins. Then there's the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, doesn't have those ribosomes on it, and that smooth endoplasmic reticulum produces other substances needed by the cells. So the endoplasmic reticulum is an organelle that really overcares in producing proteins and substances needed by the rest of the cells. Mitochondria structure a folded membrane within an outer membrane. The folds of the inner membrane are called cristae. Function converts energy stored in food into usable energy for work, cellular respiration. Mitochondria are member-bound cell organelles that generate most of the chemical energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reactions. Their energy is produced by having chemical within the cell go through pathway, in the other word, be converted. And the process of that conversion produces energy in the form of ATP because that phosphate is a highly energy bound and provides energy for other reaction within the cells. So the mitochondria's purpose is to produce energy. Some different cells a different amount of mitochondria because they need more energy. So for the example, the muscle has a lot of mitochondria, the liver has two, and the kidney as well, and to a certain extent the brain, which lives off the energy those mitochondria produce. And we have peroxisomes, structured spherical organelles that contain enzymes within a single membrane's function degrade hydrogen peroxide, a toxic compound that can be produced during metabolism. Peroxisomes are small vesicles, single membrane-bound organelles found in eukaryotic cells. They contain digestive enzymes for breaking down toxic materials in the cell and oxidative enzymes for metabolic activity. Peroxisomes play an important role in lipid production and are also involved in the conversion of creative oxygen species such as hydrogen peroxide into safer molecules like water and oxygen by the enzymes. Peroxisomes vary shape, size, and the number depending upon the energy requirements of the cells. These are made of a phospholipid bilayer with many membrane-bound proteins. And lysosomes contain digestive enzymes, break down food, and burn out cell parts for cells, program for cells death, lyse and release enzymes to break down or recycle cell parts. Lysosome is a membrane-bound cell organelle that contains digestive enzymes. Lysosomes are involved with various cell processes. They break down excess or burn out cell parts. They may be used to distant invading viruses and bacteria. If the cell is damaged beyond repair, lysosome can help it to self-destruct in a process called programmed cell death or apoptosis. And the lysosome is a specific type of organelles that very acidic, so that means that it has to be protected from the rest of the inside of the cells. Lysosome also provide a function of against infection, and the cell will often engorge a bacterium and put it into its lysosome for destructions. Cilia and flagella. Structure hair-like organelles that extend from the surface of cells. When they are present in large number on a cell, they are called cilia. When they are less numerous and longer, they are called flagella. Both organelles are composed of 9 pairs of microtubules arranged around a center pair. Functional cell motility. Cilia and flagella are important for locomotion in unicellular organism. In multicellular organism, they help in the movement of cells. Cilia and flagella are located on the cell membrane. They are hair-like outgrowth of the cell membrane and are covered with the plasma membrane. They originate from the basal bodies. Cilia and flagella are motile organelles. Both cilia and flagella differ structurally and have various pattern movements. And here we have a picture of cilia and flagella. Cilia are small slender hair-like structures present only in eukaryotic cells, and flagella are helical-shaped structures composed of flagellin protein and are present in both prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Cilia and flagella are cell organelles that structurally similar but different in the length and function. Cilia are present in organisms such as Paramecium, while flagella can be found in bacteria and sperm cells. And this is our last topic for today. We will discuss the rest to our next meeting. Thank you and be safe.